Hi there folks, it's Brad Triplett here looking at how the property market performed over the first quarter of this year. It has been a very strong demand-driven market in January, February and March for both the rental and the sales sectors here in Perth. We're seeing more pressure on the rental market and a continuation of prospective tenants paying above asking prices to secure properties. It was also surprising to see January sales volume 40% up year on year, when traditionally January is a very quiet month. We're seeing an increased trend in East Coast investor inquiry, and delving deeper, markets like Sydney and Melbourne seem to have reached a boiling point, so people are clearly looking elsewhere for better value in their property investments. An interesting statistic that I've been monitoring on the other side of the country in Sydney is what has been happening with the auction clearance rates there. Sydney is a big auction market and their clearance rate has been performing at well above 80% on average over the last 12 months. They've now seen a third consistent week of their auction clearance rate declining, and last week it was sitting at just under 55% on the back of an increased volume of property coming onto the market, with stock levels rising by roughly 20% since February. Sydney prices have been climbing for a long period of time, but it's now clear that there is downward pressure on parts of the market there. The change in market conditions there does seem to be having a favourable flow-on effect into our market here in Perth, so we'll continue to keep a close eye on that. Macquarie Bank in their February webinar stated vendors might be sensing 2022 will mark a peak, and they're looking to capitalise on this cycle, particularly in larger capital cities like Sydney, Melbourne and Perth. They've also noted that there is potential for a silver lining in the unit market with the return of international students, migration and CBD workers. Rental yields are also starting to recover, and investors are showing an appetite to make the most of these opportunities. There is no doubt consumer confidence is carrying some weight currently, with lifting interest rates here in Australia, rising inflation around the globe, and the war between Ukraine and Russia. We have just a couple of weeks until Easter, which will close out the first major selling period for 2022, and we'll be watching things very closely as always to see where the market heads next. Thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.